when you got two guys like this in both with that killer attitude, it's going to be a great fight.
Stephen A's question seemed to speak only to the quality of the competition, not also to the business of boxing.
Floyd would be more involved with the fighting aspect. Like, all right, let me come train. Let's train together. Let's do this. Like,
yeah, I think it is. It can come and, bro, I appreciate anything that man, even reaching out and all the game that he done gave me so far. That's a goal. Nobody can tell no different about that dude. So he the GOAT.
Nah, for sure.
Floyd Mayweather and Max Kellerman discussed the potential matchup between Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney, highlighting Stevenson's talent and labeling him as a future undisputed champion in the making.
The fans with lots of thrills through the years, excellent top fighter, but not a guy who someone looked at, like you say, maybe Tank has the potential to be number one.
Floyd emphasized that while boxing offers plenty of exciting matchups, true success depends on professional negotiations and reaching formal agreements.
Before, and I talked about this the other day, as far as so many belts, so many champions, but if we can sit down and come to the
Max Kellerman broke down the potential matchup in detail, describing it as a strategic business decision with the potential to generate huge pay-per-view revenue.
Following him.
That's what I'm asking. You've been the best at playing the boxing game. When you said TBE, in the ring, someone else can have that. I'm talking about the whole thing. You're right. You played the boxing game better than anyone. The way you think about it, which is a lot of times the way promoters think about it, is not just in terms of the quality of the athlete. Obviously, Santa Cruz is high quality.
Shakur revealed that Floyd personally reached out to offer guidance, sharing advice on skills, defensive positioning, and techniques to enhance his overall boxing IQ.
That's made the most fucking money, Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
I feel like he be showing you love. Like,
that's my God.
Yeah.
That's my God, bro. Look,
I saw
he called me that today. He just called me that today. He called me, what, 2 days ago?
What'd he say?
He had a whole lot to say. I don't like to put it like...
I give me a little something. You ain't gotta say the whole shit, but it's Floyd, nigga. You know niggas, nigga Dolph, he's an idol. Floyd.
One thing he was just saying, he don't think that I should be the B side of this. But his upcoming fight. And he think I should be the A side. And he really felt strongly about it, but no, it is what it is, bro. I appreciate Floyd. That's my God. I wouldn't even never say nothing bad about Floyd.
Yeah.
But also, bro, A, B, C, D, E. Put me in that ring with that nigga, man.
Whatever, right? Whatever.
Put me in the ring, bro, and I'm ready to show who I am, bro. So yeah, that's how.
Many fans and analysts feel that Shakur should stop delaying and step up to challenge Devin Haney right away, proving himself against top-level competition without any excuses.
If Shakur Stevenson want to keep that momentum and daring to be great, enhancing his greatness, we all know he's motivated and inspired by his mentor, Terrence Bud Crawford, then his next fight should be versus Devin the Dream Haney, moving up to the 147-pound division, because with that victory, he'll become a 5-division world champion, 3-division lineal champion, because I'm sure that Turkey Out Shake Ring will put that fight, will put the ring belt on the line, because I believe that Devin Haney is probably the best welterweight at the moment. He'll accomplish all of that by the age of 29. 5-division world champion, 3-division lineal champion. Come on now. Hey, Shakur Stevenson, you the WBO champion, 140-pound division. You could easily petition the WBO to make you the immediate mandatory to Devin the Dream Haney. I think that's the best fight right there. Let me know what y'all think.
Roy Jones Jr. praised Shakur's footwork, speed, and tactical approach, noting that his intelligent movement and careful planning set him apart from other fighters.
Just to try to pick Shakur off so that maybe Shakur would come out and try to land a big shot on him. He knew that was his only chance. And I knew that was his only chance. So if Shakur came out and went right at him like that, that would have gave him a chance to try to land something big and lucky. Other than that, he's never had the feet to keep up with to keep up with Shakur. Because Shakur has some of the best feet in the game. And people don't understand that. What makes it so hard is that his foot game is so on point that he can make you miss this much. Because now, used to be he would jump way back. Now he's not doing that anymore. Now he's just stepping back just enough to make you miss so he can get what he wants after you miss. That makes him highly dangerous. And to see him improve on that and come bring it to the forefront in the biggest fight of his career is great. But I want to say...
Mickey Bay spoke thoughtfully about the potential Shakur Stevenson versus Devin Haney matchup, emphasizing realistic advantages instead of hype. He noted that Haney could step up confidently, as his experience has already prepared him for high-pressure stages. According to Bay, the main factor to consider is size, since Shakur is naturally smaller but extremely fast and precise with his timing. That speed difference could actually play into Haney's favor, as smaller fighters often depend more on movement than raw strength.
So it's like maybe something that Devin can definitely go out up there with ease, only need to deal with the size, but he's probably going to have the speed advantage because he's a smaller guy coming up. So, I mean, you tell me, do you feel like that's going to be harder than the Lomachenko fight?
No. I think Loma probably be his hardest top 2 or 3 fights in his whole career. I could predict that even going to the end, to say if Devin fight 8, 9, 10 more years, that'd be one of his top 2 or 3 hardest fights because the age that he fought him. Loma was at his very peak. He was at his peak. He was older. He was right there at his top.
When comparing potential opponents, Bay believes Devin's fight against Vasyl Lomachenko was far more challenging than a possible matchup with Shakur Stevenson. He points out that Lomachenko faced Devin at his peak, with elite skills and veteran instincts, making it one of the toughest tests of Haney's career. In contrast, Bay thinks Stevenson would offer challenges but not at the same level of difficulty or physical maturity. He also notes that Devin recently competed at lightweight, so any size difference shouldn't be overwhelming. Most importantly, Bay admires Devin's mindset, describing him as a fighter who genuinely pursues greatness and takes on risky fights without hesitation. Bay even revealed that Bill Haney consulted him about the potential matchup, and he fully supported making it happen.
So, no, it won't be as hard as that, but size-wise, yeah, that's a big factor because we saying the dude that was just lightweight a couple years ago, but Dad wanted to be great. That's just something that's in him. It's only a few dudes like that in boxing right now that really want to do that kind of stuff. So, he got my blessing in making the fight. Like, Bill did ask me about it maybe a few weeks ago. I don't know how much further it got, but he did ask me what I thought. Like, easy work.
Pretty much you can see he's willing to fight anybody. Like, he doesn't really care who he fights.
He'd fight now, too. It ain't we ain't doing no weight class or none of that. Now.
Analysts note that the rising tension between Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, and Keishan Davis has created one of the most compelling storylines in the lightweight and junior welterweight divisions. Haney is widely regarded as a disciplined, highly skilled fighter, known for his precise jab, strong ring IQ, and calmness under pressure. At the same time, confidence is high on the other side, as Stevenson believes his abilities give him the edge and that he could outbox Haney when the opportunity arises. The ongoing back and forth between them has only intensified fan anticipation for a potential showdown.
Haney is a tremendous fighter, but obviously he believes in himself and that he will beat Devin Haney. To that, Devin Haney responded, "I believe you're a tremendous fighter, but I'll beat you." And then Devin Haney stated, "Well, I want to fight your little brother, who is Keishan Davis, superstar, WBO former lightweight world champion, who called out Devin Haney and stated because he didn't like how Devin Haney treated him when they was younger, when Shakur brought him around, so on and so forth." So Devin Haney said, "You know something? I want to fight Keishan Davis. Keishan, let's make it happen. And then you're the little brother," because Shakur and Keishan made it abundantly clear they have no interest in fighting each other because of their relationship, although they're not blood brothers.
What adds another layer of intrigue is Haney calling out Keishan Davis first. Analysts see this as both a strategic and personal move. Davis, a former champion with rising star power, is said to carry some lingering tension from past encounters, injecting emotion into the potential fight. Since Shakur and Keishan share a close relationship and have no interest in facing each other, Haney targeting the little brother creates a storyline that could naturally build toward a future showdown with Stevenson. From both a business and competitive standpoint, experts point out that Haney has consistently shown a willingness to negotiate fair terms, keeping the door open for major matchups.
Storyline. So now Shakur puts up a cryptic message and responds and says, "Be careful what you wish for, you just might get it." Well, remember, Devin Haney made an offer when he was at 135 to stay at 135 to fight Shakur. Shakur didn't like the offer, which means Devin Haney's more than willing to make the fight. Devin Haney is saying, if you want to make the fight, his father, trainer, manager, Bill Haney, CEO of DHP, Devin Haney Promotions, is saying, we'll make the fight gladly, but we're not doing a 10-pound rehydration clause. So Shakur is saying, be careful what you wish for. Skills pay the bills, as Shakur said. And Shakur said he don't like people putting rehydration clause on people because it handicaps them and you can't get credit. Well, then he says on Najee with Cigar Talk, and Devin Haney's not a unaliver.
Roy Jones Jr. broke down the potential Devin Haney versus Keishan Davis matchup, focusing closely on timing, weight, and overall preparedness. He noted that weight management could be an important factor for both fighters and suggested that a catch weight around 143 or 144 pounds might create a more balanced and competitive fight. From Jones's perspective, Devin currently holds the advantage in skill set, ring IQ, and experience, having faced top-level opponents for years and learned to adapt under high-pressure situations.
Do that means that the weight was probably an issue. Now, if Keishan comes up, or if they even do a catch weight, a 143, 144, it's going to be a very interesting fight because I think Devin has more tools and more IQ right now, but Keishan is different. So when you got a guy that's different, and that's why I also said that he's not just back, he's different. You understand me? So when you got a guy that has that intangibleness about him, where he can be a different guy when it's time to be a different guy, you can never count him out. However, if I were pushing Keishan, I would have another fight or two before I fight Devin, just for experience purposes. And if I was Devin, I would try to jump on it right now before he gets those couple fights, because the more experience he gets, the harder he's going to become to beat.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough fight, for Keishan Davis. And I think in many respects, Devin Haney too. You can't take Keishan Davis light. He can.
However, Roy stresses that Keishan Davis brings a unique and unpredictable element that can't be captured by statistics alone. He describes Davis as a fighter with intangibles, someone capable of shifting rhythm, energy, and style on the fly when the moment demands it. That unpredictability makes him a real threat, even against a seasoned champion like Devin Haney. Roy emphasizes that no opponent should ever underestimate a talent like that. From a strategic standpoint, he recommends that Keishan exercise patience, suggesting 1 or 2 more fights to gain additional experience before taking on such a high-risk challenge.
Weight difference is a concern, and it's a fair question. Is he ready now? Is he ready a fight or two from now? But that's the fight, really. If you really want to scream, I'm back. That's the type of fight that you want, because obviously it's in the Turkey Al-Sheikh universe, and that's a fight that's going to get made. You're going to make a career high payday. But if you are able to beat Devin Haney, brother, when I say the sky's the limit, the sky is the limit. But that ain't going to be no easy pickings for both guys. The weight is a concern, but
Shakur Stevenson continues to be recognized as one of boxing's most technically skilled fighters. The possibility of him facing Conor Benn has captured analysts' attention. Even though the bout hasn't been officially confirmed, observers often remark that Stevenson's performances against previous opponents appear almost effortless. In several fights, he seems to operate in second or third gear, reading punches with remarkable accuracy and anticipating his opponent's every move.
No way that was Shakur Stevenson fighting at 100%. He was in second, third, maybe. He wasn't flat out, pedal to the metal, trying to get this guy out of there. That was him fighting comfortably. Which begs the question why Conor Benn is like, yeah, make the fight next, make it next. I'm like, are you sure? And look, I'm trying to rack my brains as to what kind of fighter could give Shakur Stevenson problems. For one, I think Shakur really judges the way people throw punches unbelievably well. Every little twitch he is absolutely like aware of, and he is predicting your every second in that fight. So you got to be unpredictable, right? You got to feint a lot. Now, Conor Benn does feint a lot. To be fair, he did a lot of that against Chris Eubank Jr. I thought Teofimo Lopez headhunted too much, and he didn't have a lot of power on his body shots when he did throw them. So I think you got to mix the shots up. You got to have good body punches. You got to put power in.
Conor Benn, on the other hand, represents a distinct challenge. Analysts point out that he brings qualities capable of testing Stevenson in ways previous opponents have not. His power, especially in body shots, along with his effective use of feints, could force Stevenson to make adjustments. Unlike fighters such as Teofimo Lopez, who didn't have the tools to match Stevenson's speed and technical ability, Benn's combination of power, unpredictability, and tactical movement could open opportunities and create a more complex matchup.
Too strong for him. He wasn't too quick for me. When someone's that technically gifted, you're going to need something to equalize it. You could argue Conor Benn is going to hit harder than Shakur Stevenson. I think that stands to reason. He does. So maybe, and I'm just, before people think that this is what I think is going to be the reason for why Conor Benn wins the fight, just calm down in the comments before you get on my... But I'm just trying to like go there and think, what are you saying? Because right now, most fighters should be saying, I'm gonna stay the fuck away from Shakur Stevenson. But let's take a look at Ryan Garcia as a potential opponent for Conor Benn and figure out which direction he really should go in here. Obviously, we all remember the Devin Haney fight where he rocked Devin Haney constantly throughout that fight. But the fight after that was a million miles away from that performance. I honestly don't know what the was up with Ryan Garcia in this fight. He was tentative, he got dropped in the
Boxing analysts and insiders have shared their take on Shakur Stevenson following the loss of his WBC 135-pound title. Emphasizing both his elite skill set and his drive for unification fights, Stevenson has consistently demonstrated an exceptional ability to read opponents, anticipate punches, and dictate the pace of a bout. Even in fights where he appears to be holding back, he operates with remarkable precision, rarely needing to exert maximum effort. This level of mastery makes him a highly desirable opponent for anyone looking to make a major statement in the division.
Wants the big fights, and this could be the final hurdle to a big fight, but this is a big hurdle. Telling you, remember I said it, this is a big, I might even do a separate video on this, because again, I think a lot of people maybe don't know, Figueroa has come from boxing stock. This guy's been doing it a while, he's not damaged goods, and again, he's only lost to Stephen Fulton. Do you know what I mean? And look at some of the names I read off that he's beaten. Experienced names, guys that have fought other guys that were good fights. It's not easy. All right, Shakur Stevenson, blast WBC and responds to being stripped of a 135-pound title. This is a bit wild. It's a bit wild. And the reason it's a bit wild, so many different reasons actually, but one of the biggest reasons is that Shakur's always said, I want to go up to fight Teo, but I want to come back down to 135. So basically, he's almost telling the WBC, let me go up there, I will come back down.
That wraps up today's video. Stay tuned for more updates, and we'll see you next time.